Nearly 4 decades ago, a new young star entered the NBA with big hopes and even bigger hype. People knew he would be good, but it didn't take long for him to exceed expectations of even his biggest fans. Within just months of entering the league, even other players were in awe of his abilities. He's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. He's not human. We double-teamed him every time he touched the ball, and he still gets 35. The kid was a revolution for the league at the time, like nothing they had ever seen before. But this rookie knew that his NBA career was just getting started, and despite clearly being one of the best players in the entire league, he remained humble. I'm trying to play my natural game, and I think I'm establishing myself, gaining the respect of the players. This was back in 1985, and at the time, the kid went by the name Mike. But today, we know him as Michael Jordan. And it's safe to say all the admiration he received, even at the genesis of his career, was no exaggeration. But is this the type of season a rookie must have to eventually become one of the greatest players of all time? What is the threshold, or the signs we are looking for to truly know if a young talent will blossom into a generational superstar? Because right now, there is a rookie in the NBA who may just be on that path. And if history tells us anything, if what we've seen for decades still remains true, Victor Wembanyama is that next generational superstar.
He's an unbelievable talent.
He's probably one of the best prospects to enter the NBA.
One of a kind type of player, and he's going to keep getting better each and every year.
Yeah, he changes the game. Just try to make it difficult, try to jump. He's too tall. He's way too tall.
Just trying to figure out what he is because we've never seen him before.
We are now about halfway through Victor Wembanyama's rookie season, and he's been really good. All the hype we built up for the last 2 years was, for the first time in a long time, warranted. But how good has Wemby actually been? Put the media machine to the side, the absurd highlights, the crazy flashes of superhuman feats, and how good of a rookie season is Wembanyama actually having? Well, according to just about every metric, he's having one of the best rookie seasons in modern NBA history, starting with his production from night to night. Through 36 games this season, Wemby is averaging nearly 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists a game, with over 4 combined steals and blocks. The only other rookies to ever pull off these numbers were no one. He is the first and only rookie to average such a stat line. Some rookies that have come close include Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Blake Griffin, Larry Johnson, and Dwight Howard, which is some pretty solid company to be included with. But Wemby is only playing 28 minutes a game this season, far less than any of these other players were in their rookie season. If we convert these stat lines to per 36, then you can really see just how productive and potent Wemby has been to start his NBA career. In fact, if we take a look at estimated plus-minus, arguably the best all-in-one statistic available to the public today, here are some notable stars of the NBA and their EPM in their rookie season. At the bottom, you have players who got off to a slow start, like Darius Garland, Jaylen Brown, and Tyrese Maxey. Keep in mind, realistically, any rookie who can muster up a positive EPM at all is actually having a stellar season, with the average EPM league-wide being negative 1.0. Cade, LaMelo, and Halliburton all had similarly impactful rookie years, but you'll have to keep climbing to find some of the best rookies over the past decade. Here's Karl Anthony Towns, Luka, Ben Simmons, but the 3 rookie seasons that stand far above the rest are Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, and Nikola Jokic. But here's the thing. Jokic, Holmgren, and Simmons were all not true rookies. They didn't log any NBA minutes in the season following their draft. Now, if we limit this list to true rookies, then Victor has a clear gap on even the league's brightest stars over the last 11 years. Which brings up a point that I think has been overlooked throughout Wemby's development this season. The kid just turned 20. Most of his numbers this year were put up while he was just a teenager. So take a wild guess at how many teenagers throughout the history of the NBA have averaged 15 points per game. Let's not even consider any other metrics. 15 points a night. That's it. The number is probably lower than you think. Because there have been just 13 teenagers in NBA history who have averaged 15 points per game or more. Among these 13 players are some of the greatest ever: Durant, Kobe, LeBron, Kyrie, and some future greats like Luka, Anthony Edwards, and LaMelo Ball. But what if we add some more stipulations here? What about shooting efficiency? If we only include players who shot at least 55% true shooting while averaging 15 points or more in their rookie season, then this list narrows all the way down to just Kyrie, Zion, and Wemby. But Kyrie and Zion are known for their scoring. That's their bread and butter. Victor is this potent and efficient as a scorer, and it's not nearly where he's most valuable. Defensively, Wembanyama has been a superstar this season. At 7'4", Victor's interior defense is so overwhelming that his presence alone is enough to keep teams out of the paint. He snatches lobs out of the air that have no business even being contested. He has players kicking out layup opportunities that would otherwise be an easy 2 points. And almost like a free safety, he has a natural instinct for help defense that allows him to close 10, 15-foot gaps in a split second. On this play, Wemby's teammate gets beat towards the baseline, and almost instantaneously, Victor reacts, beats both guards to the paint, and cuts off the offense, preventing an easy layup, blowing up this entire possession. Here's another play against the Clippers where Wemby is playing perimeter defense, which is already an anomaly for a player of this size to begin with. Kawhi gets a step on him coming off the screen, but Victor manages to recover. Kawhi has nowhere to go, so he kicks it out. Once again, Wemby almost gets a piece of the ball, and in about a half a second, he has effectively closed out on Westbrook on the other side of the court. Westbrook thinks he has him beat, but Wemby recovers and ends this possession with a blocked shot. Victor Wembanyama is the only human being on this planet who could pull off this defensive sequence. So far this season, Wemby is averaging 4.23 stocks per game. That's steals and blocks combined. Now, why would I use such a precise number, you ask? Well, because it is the second most amount of stocks per game from any player over the last 15 NBA seasons. And he has managed to pull this off as a 19-year-old in his rookie season on just 28 minutes a game. For some more context, here's Victor's rookie stocks compared to every other player in the league this season. Yeah, you could make a legitimate argument that as a rookie, Wemby already has the most impactful interior defense in the league. But let's take this one step further. Here are the top 100 rookie stock seasons over the last 15 years. And of course, no one comes even close. But there are some players here that might give us some insight on the trajectory or even the archetype of player that Victor Wembanyama is. Specifically, Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, skilled volume scorers who are capable of being defensive anchors on winning teams. But at this point in his young career, Victor is better offensively and defensively than these two future Hall of Famers. So how good is Victor Wembanyama actually? Well, better than I believe most people think. The circus act he puts on every night, the freakish length that he has somehow already figured out how to use at an ultra-elite level, the stuff that he does that you and I literally never thought we'd see in our lifetimes. It's all great, but the foundation of Wemby's game is what really sets him apart from virtually every other rookie that we've seen in recent history. He has a skill set that allows his game to thrive against any matchup anywhere on the court. He has this competitive edge about him that'll keep him hungry and working to get better each year. The kid loves to compete, which sounds obvious, but after seeing phenomenal young talents like Zion Williamson and Ben Simmons take steps backwards despite their abilities, I think being wired this way is crucial for these young stars. Where would Giannis be today without his drive and love for the game? Even something as simple as being able to knock down his free throws at an elite rate cannot be understated. The signs of a true generational star are all there. We are talking about one of the best offensive rookie talents in league history, who, in some sort of sick joke, has managed to also be arguably the best defensive rookie ever. So based on what we've seen, which has admittedly been a small sample size, Wemby is checking off all the boxes to be the next great NBA talent. Not just a star, or even a superstar, but a transcendent, face of the NBA kind of talent. If a young player produces like the greats did, and he is improving like the greats did, and he is showing signs and flashes of being great, then he probably is. Because after taking a deeper look into his rookie season so far, barring some catastrophic injury, it would essentially be impossible to be this good this early in your career and not progress into a generational talent. So how good is Victor Wembanyama actually? Better than we thought he would be.